Hallo Leute, welcome back to my channel Deutschflix, where learning German is faster than waiting for your food delivery.
Where the hell is he? It's only you.
Where have you been? You haven't been at work.
Get in here. I'm waiting on a package.
Huh?
So picture this, you're in Germany and someone asks
Hi, wie geht's?
or
Woher kommen Sie?
and your brain just freezes. So in this episode, we're gonna cover common questions and their answers. So yeah, los geht's. So introduction is called Vorstellung. Vorstellung. Okay, so if you're meeting someone for the first time, the very first question that you have in your mind is, how are you? So we'll see how do we ask for this question. So we are gonna use the verb es geht. Es geht means to work or to go. I mean, not literally, but rather, how's it working? How's it going? So, guys, we'll have two set of questions. We will ask this question formally, and we will also ask this question informally. Okay, why discussing formal and informal version? Because in German we have Sie for formal situations and we have Du for informal situations. Okay, so formally we ask Wie geht es Ihnen? Wie geht es Ihnen? Wie means how. Es geht, you can already see, to work or to go, and Ihnen is you. So wie geht es Ihnen means how are you. I'm not doing the literal translation here. It simply means how are you. Now informally, you would ask this question by saying Wie geht es? Now instead of Ihnen, we'll have dir, which means again, how are you? So among friends, we are gonna use Wie geht es dir. Germans also use the short form for this question, and they simply ask Wie geht's? So what they do is they club this geht and s together and they say Wie geht's? So it simply means how are you? So there's no dir or Ihnen part in this. Wie geht's? How are you? So I have clubbed geht and s together and I'm simply saying geht's. Okay, now how would you answer this question? The basic answer that you would give is I am good. Let's do the literal translation. I is ich, am will be bin, and for good we say gut. Ich bin gut. Now I want you to pause this video and think, why is this answer wrong? There's nothing wrong with ich bin gut. I mean, grammatically this is perfectly fine. But when you say ich bin gut, you're describing your character. As in you're saying I am good as a person. So we cannot say ich bin gut. Let's also write the reason. So when you say it, you describe your character, how you are as a person. Then the question is, how will we answer this question? We're gonna use the same verb, as Kate. And we'll say, as Kate mir means me. Es geht mir gut. So it's like you're saying it's going good with me. Or you can use the alternatives of gut. You can say prima or toll. Toll means amazing. Prima, great. Or you can say fantastisch. Or ausgezeichnet. Ausgezeichnet. So if you get bored of using gut, you can use the alternatives. By the way, we can also bring mir part in the very first place, completely fine. And you can say mir geht es gut, mir geht es toll, etc. Now what if it's okay for you, like not so good, not so bad? In that situation, you'll simply say es geht. So es geht means okay. And colloquially, in everyday life, you can also answer this by saying so la la. That's a funny phrase. So la la means so. Again, not so good, not so bad. So es geht is something you would use in formal situation. So la la maybe among your friends. Now what if it's not going good with you? What we'll do is, we'll say, es geht mir. We will use the word nicht. Gut. Nicht gut means not good. Or if it is not good, then you say bad, right? So for bad, we say schlecht. Schlecht means bad. Now there are high chances if you say es geht mir nicht gut or es geht mir schlecht, then they would ask you warum. Warum means why. So for now, I will give you two possible answers. You can say ich bin krank. Ich bin krank. Krank means sick. So you're saying I am sick. Or you can say ich bin müde. Müde means tired. And that's it. Now the next thing that you'll ask is the name of the person. So we are gonna use the verb heißen. Heißen means to be called. We'll again have two set of questions. We'll ask this formally and informally. So formally, you would ask this question by saying, Wie heißen Sie? Sie is you. Wie heißen Sie? It's like you're saying, what are you called? Now here, the meaning of we changes to what? Earlier we saw we is how, right? But here the meaning of we becomes what. So this is something you just have to learn by heart. There's nothing you can do about it. And language isn't about literal translation. Now I want you to pause this video and think what will be the informal question. Okay, so instead of Z, we'll use to. So W word will be as it is V, and we will conjugate it according to do. Wie heißt du? By the way, you can use one more alternative for asking this question. You can also ask Wie ist Ihr Name? Name and not name. Informally, you can ask Wie ist dein Name? So if you get bored of using Wie heißen Sie all the time, you can switch to Wie ist Ihr Name? What is your name? Now the answer to this would be that we will conjugate this verb according to ich, and we'll say ich heiße and name Basant. It's like you're saying I am called Basant. Or you can simply say ich bin Basant. I am Basant. If you want to say my name is Basant, literal translation would be mein Name ist Basant. So many alternatives, you can pick one. So Name consists of two parts. We have first name, which is called Vorname, and we have surname, last name, which is Nachname, or you also say Familienname. Familienname. So if you are interested in someone's surname, you can ask by saying Wie ist Ihr Nachname or Wie ist Ihr Familienname. Don't make pronunciation mistake here by saying Familienname. It's Familienname. After that comes your origin. Where do you belong? So for that we are gonna use the verb kommen. Kommen means to come. Again we'll have formal and informal question. So now let's see how do we say where do you come from. We will have a new W word, Woher. We will use the verb kommen, Sie. Now the meaning of woher means where from or from where. From where do you come from? Now with do, pause this video and write. So it will be Woher kommst du? Now how would you answer this question? You'll say Ich komme aus. Aus means from. Ich komme aus and then your country. Ich komme aus Indian. But if you're giving introduction to your Indian friend only, then it doesn't make sense to tell Indian, the country. We'll simply use state names. So you can be more precise by saying aus Delhi. Ich komme aus Indien, aus Delhi. Now for exact living place, you can ask the question, where do you live? So we are gonna use the verb wohnen oder leben, which means to live. Let's have two set of questions, formally, informally. So we'll ask this by saying wo wohnen oder leben Sie? So you can pick one you like. Wo wohnen Sie? Wo leben Sie? So here we have new W word. Wo means where. The difference between woher and wo is wo means where, woher means where from or from where. Pause this video and write for do. So we'll say wo wohnst oder lebst du? And how would you answer this? You'll conjugate these verbs. Ich wohne oder ich lebe. You will use the preposition in and then your city name. In my case, Hyderabad. Ich wohne in Hyderabad. Okay, so since we know numbers, we are capable of asking or telling our age or telephone number. So let's also cover this. So in English, you would ask by saying, how old are you? And we will do the literal translation. How, we. For old, we say alt. Don't say old. Alt. Sind Sie, are you? How old are you? Pause the video and write for do. Wie alt bist du? And we'll reply by saying Ich bin, I am 26 Jahre alt. So this Jahre alt part is optional. You can simply say Ich bin 26. I'm 26. Jahre alt means years old. Now for asking telephone number. We'll ask wie ist Ihre Telefonnummer? Or you can use Handynummer. Focus on the pronunciation here. Wie ist Ihre Telefon? Because German learners, they say telephone. No, the correct pronunciation is Telefonnummer. Now for this is not Handy, but rather Handy. Handynummer. Why are we not pronouncing this A as A? Because this word we have borrowed from English only. Handynummer, mobile number. Handy means mobile. And informally, instead of ihre, you will use deine. Wie ist deine Telefonnummer oder Handynummer? So before we discuss how to answer our telephone number, a quick suggestion for you. For Vorstellung, for introduction, I want you to just memorize them by heart, because in every sentence there are a lot of grammar topics hidden. Okay? So in case you're wondering why are we having extra E here, when we did for Name, it was only ihr Name and here dein Name. So I want you to memorize these questions, and all your queries, all your questions will be resolved in upcoming sessions. So we will answer this by saying meine Telefon- oder Handynummer ist 99919099990. So you can write your telephone number and try to spell it. To make it harder, what you can also do is you can take 2 digits at a time. For example, 99, 91, 90, 99, 90. Or you want to level up and flex your German, so you can also tell this number by saying 3 times 9 or 999, 190, 990. Now how do we say double triple in German? So for one time, this we already know, we say einmal. Do you remember the phrase noch einmal, once again? So one time says einmal. Now 2 times. What is 2? It is zwei. And then we will use mal. Zweimal will be 2 times. Now pause this video and write for 3 times, 4 times and 5 times. So we'll say dreimal, viermal, fünfmal and so on. So how will I read this number? I'll say 3 mal 9, 190, 3 mal 9, 0. Okay, so how would I introduce myself? I'll say, ich heiße Basant, ich komme aus Indien, aus Delhi, ich wohne in Hyderabad, ich bin 26 Jahre alt, meine Handynummer ist 3 mal 9 190 3 mal 9 0. Okay, so now it's your turn. You have to pause the video and write down your introduction in the comment section so that I can see where my audience is from which country or region. And guess what? This is just the part 1. Today we are covering the basics, but in the part 2 we'll tackle even more questions, like asking about your hobbies, profession, or even your secret German crush. So if you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe and share it with your friends. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss!
Like and subscribe.